tremendous looking trophy.
One PlayStation podcast in the Oceanias. My name's John Blunt. Joining me for the last time for the last time this year. Yes, the last time this year. I was like trying to do my maths in the head. This does come out before the end of 2020. Last time this year, Ashley Hobley.
Hey, John, excited to be here, but more excited for 2021. Am I right?
You're right. What are you looking forward to in 2021? Yeah, you want to tell me?
Listen,
what are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to coronavirus being over.
Yeah.
And then fast food being healthy. And, lots of exciting video games. You know, I'm looking forward to that Uncharted movie that's definitely coming out in 2021. You know, it's going to be great.
Well, I've got some. We'll talk a little bit more about the Uncharted movie in a little bit, actually. But yeah, so this is the last episode for 2020. This is the releasing on the 30th of December 2020. So I will say Happy New Year now. Hope you enjoy your New Year's Eve. That's tomorrow. Have a good time, New Year. The other bit of housekeeping is that we're taking a couple of weeks off after this episode. So having a bit of a break. Hope you have a break too. I don't know. I'm sure you've all had a break by now. We take breaks at weird times, I feel, but that's fine. All right. So firstly, this episode is the official Platinum Explosion Official Trophy Awards of 2020.
What?
The awards that I made up myself.
Like 20 minutes ago?
That were voted on by myself.
What? No input by anybody else?
No input by anyone else, but I feel like I'm still allowed
Have
to
people
tweet.
been able to vote for these awards previously?
No.
Okay, that's all right then. If if the precedence has been set that only you create the awards, that's fine.
But I hope you don't mind if I go online and say that these awards were voted on by us, even though they were just voted on by me. That's fine. All right.
It's fine.
It's fine. So the official Platinum Explosion official awards for 2020. Poppers or something? Fuck. No, it's not episode 200 yet. Wouldn't expect it. It's fine. So it's only the end of the year. Gotta save that. So the categories for this year are games that should have had a platinum, easiest platinums of 2020, one trophy that ruined the plat, and the great trophy lists of 2020. The lists that were in the short list for these awards were games that I played. Full stop. Shockingly, that is the decision.
That's the minimum requirement.
That's a minimum requirement for these awards. These are the most prestigious awards that we're doing at the Explosion.
And these are definitely games that you definitely have played.
That I have played because
there is proof.
There's proof. You can go to my PSN profiles, whatever. What is it? Just PSN
/Viva Deal?
Like what's is it just /Viva? I don't know. That's a good question. I've never wondered about this. Can I just get people to go? Yeah, it is. It's just PSN profile /Viva Deal. There's my fucking trophies. Have a look. Have a fucking gander. You know, I don't give a fuck. I have nothing to hide. I'll tell you all about my dirty trophies with shitty games on here. I'll tell you about shit I don't finish, shit I platinum. I'm an open book, right? Open and shut, as the kids say. Add me on PlayStation. I don't give a fuck. I'll accept you. Viva la Deal, VIVALADIL. You can look at my trophies there. Do not care. Game that should have had a platinum. There's one nominee and one winner because that's how the rules for these categories work. It goes to Apex Legends because I am, every time we play that game, disgusted that I have all the trophies and I will get no more, and it doesn't even have a platinum, and I won't add any more. I am disturbed by the fact that they haven't added more. I don't know if I blame PlayStation, Sony, or EA, or Respawn, or whose fucking fault this is, but it's absolutely disgusting. They should have had a core batch of trophies when the game launched, and they should be adding more for, like, it's a games of service. Like, times have changed. There's a new map, there's new weapons, there's new characters, and there's no trophies for these characters. You know, every time a new character is added, there should be more trophies for that character, in my opinion. Would you disagree or agree? Come on.
No, I agree. Yeah, give us more reason, even more reason to be playing.
Apex Legends. Yeah.
Yeah.
More reasons to justify playing. I could at least know I'm working for trophies
Something.
at this point. You know, like not just playing to have
To get-
fun. That's disgusting.
And unlock skins and stuff.
Yeah, no, I hate
Battle
that.
Pass.
I need trophies, right? Fuck that. Want trophies. So that is the congratulations, Apex Legends. Congratulations to Respawn and the team. You have won the official Platinum Explosion list as voted on by us.
List. If you can somehow fix it when you release the PS5 version.
Yeah, there you go. You know what they're going to do, though? They'll announce a PS5 version. I'll get my hopes up. Then one day we'll be sitting here getting ready to record Platinum Explosion. I'll do my usual thing where sometimes I check PSN profiles because sometimes like trophy lists pop up early and then we could talk about them. And I'll click refresh and the Apex Legends PS5 list will be there. And I'll get really angry because it'll be exactly the fucking same. And I'll be like, for fuck's sake. Will I be able to pop a second list though? I guess. It's not a fair trade-off. I will trade not getting all the trophies to auto pop for a brand new list that I have to
If you got a platinum.
Yep, putting that out there right now. I'd rather not auto pop all the trophies and have a brand new list that I could earn, including a platinum, including DLC packs for new characters when they're added, for trophies, and like new things. Games of service with one list doesn't make sense. Fix that shit. All right, next list is easiest platinums of 2020. So what I'm going to do for all these rest of the awards, because there is like more than one nominee, I'm going to read you the nominees. We're going to talk a little bit about them. And then by the time I've read them all, I'll decide which one's the winner. I mean, I'll have already decided before we collect record which is the winner. I'm definitely not picking it as we're recording.
Pick it as we're discussing.
I mean, you and I picked it days ago.
We picked it as a team. Days
ago. I am not picking the winner as we're recording. That would be disgusting.
That would be unethical.
That's unethical. For many reasons, that would be unethical. So that's definitely not happening.
And we're definitely not picking it depending on how much clout we could potentially get by tweeting it out.
No, and what I said before about the nominees only being games I've played, that was wrong too. They're games we decided
that we played
a month ago. That's how long in advance these awards have been. Come on. All right. Aaron. Here are your nominees, the easiest platinum of 2020. Life is Strange 2. Great game, obviously. Love that game. Me and Kieran talked about it a lot when we did the
5 parts, some would say.
So, yes, 5 parts thing. Easy. Why is it one of the easiest games you can play? Pop that platinum just by playing the game. Easy.
So
Next nominee.
Experience the story.
Experience the story. Love that. Easy. Second game. Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. You have to beat the game. Not very hard. There's only like a handful of tracks. Then you have to unlock some characters. Also not that hard. You'll pretty much get all the trophies without trying. If you need some help, I have an article up, explosionnetwork.com, on tips and tricks for how to get some trophies. So that makes it even easier because I fucking
even easier.
I help you do it. Third nominee, Road Bustle. This is a game that's basically Frogger, but you're a person and you're walking, and to get the trophies, you just have to walk, I think, like 15,000 meters or something, which sounds like a lot, but obviously it's not a lot. You'll pop the trophy, all the trophies in less than 30 minutes. It's just Frogger, but it's got checkpoints every now and then. Like I think it's like every 5,000 miles or something like that. It's got a checkpoint. But other than that, it's Frogger, except for sometimes you can get in vehicles. But other than that, again, it's Frogger. And that's the game. It's easy. It took me longer because the trophies glitched out on me because I think they were popping too fast and it actually scared the game. So I was like, okay, because there's a button, you can hold down circle or something to run. So my advice for that, to go for that easy platinum is actually just to not run and just walk everywhere. So then hopefully the trophies will pop slowly for you. They won't glitch out because I do like delete my save and just do it again. But even then it took me under half an hour. So, easy peasy. My name is Mayo 2. Of course, talked about this one recently. You press X a bunch of times. You can read the story if you want to. Otherwise, it took like an hour? Something like that, I think. I don't know. My name is Mayo. My Name's Mayo 1, classic, easy platinum. We love them. And Autumn's Journey, I also talked about a couple weeks ago, whenever it was. Fucking piss easy, changed a couple settings, visual novel, don't know what it's about, don't care. Took less than 15 minutes, I suppose. Yeah.
4 minutes, 52 seconds it lists on PSN profiles.
There you go. Easy peasy. Now that one, Autumn's Journey, I think I did save videos and was gonna like upload a thing, so that may help you. I may help you with that one. Not that there's much to help with, but I may help you with that one. We'll see. But either way, I just helped you with it. Thank God for me. All right, so the winner, the easiest platinum of 2020. I'll tap my desk, but it sounds like I'm clapping. It's not really like a pitter patter sound. You know what I mean? Like a
just put the drum roll in.
Yeah, that's too much effort. Can't do it. Goes to Autumn's Journey.
Woo!
That was the quickest one I earned, right? From this year. Like, I think the other one I earned that was easy wasn't from this year, so that doesn't count. But congratulations to Autumn's Journey for being the easiest game of all games, because we considered all games for this award.
Yeah.
And that's the one that won it. So congratulations to Autumn's Journey, easiest platinum for 2020. One trophy that ruined the plat. So this award is for a game that has a glitch trophy or a trophy which requirements is fucking stupid and it ruins the excitement of going for the rest of the platinum, or, you know, something along that. Like, it's just got where everything else would have lined up and you would have been like, I could get that plat, I could go for it. Like, would have been an easy plat or like moderately hard or like whatever. One trophy that just really
attainable.
One trophy that fucked it for you. Once again, you and I, a month ago, looked at all PlayStation games and decided on these four games. I just have strong memories in particular about these ones. They stand out to me in particular. So here are your four nominees for the one trophy that ruined the plat. I don't know why you laugh. Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. Now we all know what this one's for. It's for
5 wins in a row.
It's for 5 wins in a row. That trophy called inflatable or impossible, as some of us will call it. Stupid trophy. Fuck the plat for everyone. What are you doing? Get the hell out of here. Mediatonic. Stupid. Now some people.
All those people who got it and they're game genies.
Yeah. Some people.
Only explanation.
Some people who earned it legit. Good for you. Good on you. Don't really care. Some of you people
if we get private lobbies, then this might actually become easier.
Yeah, well then I could just.
Sure, you have to get 60 people to agree to win this game. But
you underestimate the power of trophy hunters. I'm sure it would happen. Yeah. People would organize it. People who earn this legit, good for you. People who semi-cheese this, I put cheese in quotation marks. They've since patched that. So the one way that people were trying to get this trophy was play, get a win, and then if you think you're gonna lose, quit, so you can keep your win streak. And that's how a lot of people got the platinum. That's one solution I saw posted everywhere. They recently patched that, so now if you quit the game, it wipes your win streak. So instead of making it easier, even though it was already hard, Mediatonic has gone, nah, fuck you to trophy hunters and made the one solution they had even harder. So, you know what? Like, I like Fall Guys. It's a fun little game. Trophy list is fucking bullshit, though. Don't know why they had to add that one trophy, especially considering when they announced it, they were like, we're doing a meme. We don't think anyone will ever earn this. You should not put a trophy in a game that you don't think anyone's ever going to earn. They should be obtainable. That's the point of them. They're supposed to be obtainable, not unfucking obtainable. Don't craft trophies that are meant to be mean and unobtainable. That's mean-spirited for people who actually care about these things, right? Next game on the list. Destroy All Humans. I have one trophy away from the plat. Like, legit one trophy away from plat. It's for getting all the extra challenges and levels or something. The rest of this game's like whatever. It's a remake of the PS2 game. If you played it, you like it. If you didn't, then I doubt you'll like it. But some of these challenges are stupid. They're not very fun to do, and they're just kind of ruin the plat. It goes from being a fun, obtainable platinum to a fuck this game. You know, fuck this game. 0 out of 10. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. everything about this trophy list is fine, except for I think it's 3 or 4 trophies devoted to the black ops. What's it called? Arcade ops, right? Arcade ops or whatever it's called. The arcade mode, which they first introduced as a joke in Black Ops 1 or 2, whatever it was, where it was sort of like an Easter egg where you could get out of the chair in the main menu and then walk over to the arcade machine and you could start playing it. So ever since then, they've continued to make these, but for whatever reason, it's now part of the main game. It's like several gigabytes of data that you can choose to install if you want to. And they have several trophies attached to it, one of which is for beating the entirety of the arcade mode thing, which is like 99 levels or something utterly ridiculous. I've scoured Reddit and PSN profiles and like all sorts of places for people talking about this to see if anyone had any like tips and tricks or even fucking cheats to cheese this. And everyone's like the amount of times I've scanned threads and seen people be like, I played for like 4 hours and then died on like wave 80 something. This thing is fucking bullshit and all this sort of stuff. Other than this, the rest of the list is fine. I don't mean like the rest of the list is easy. I just mean the rest of the list makes sense. Like there's a bunch of multiplayer trophies for getting like certain amount of kills and these sorts of things, kills with certain weapons or whatever. Fine. Like great. Can do that. There's a bunch of trophies devoted to zombies for beating like certain waves or getting kills with certain things and buying weapons or whatever, unlocking certain Easter eggs in zombies mode. Fine. That all makes sense. The trophies for the single player, beat the game on the hardest difficulty, and then like level specific things for like doing stuff. That's all fine. That all makes sense. No one cares about the stupid fucking arcade mode, apart from like a couple people out there. Why is there 4 or 5 trophies or whatever devoted to it? Utter nonsense. Ruin the plat. Otherwise, I would have gone for the plat. This is great. Don't care about this. Ruin the game. And then the last nominee, as decided by us, is Maneater, which glitched on me and stopped me getting the plat. It's that simple. 1 trophy glitched for... Well, no, hold on. Long story. There was actually 3 trophies that glitched, right? There was like 1... They fixed 1. Throughout the year, they kept being like, oh, we've patched it. It's fixed it now. I'd boot up the game, get 1 trophy to pop, be like, oh, maybe they'll fix the rest later. Month or so would pass. I'd be like, oh, new patch. I'd be like, okay, give it a go. Boot up the game. Managed to get the next trophy to pop. I'm like, oh, we're getting there. And then they're like, nah, that's it. Can't fix the last one. So the last trophy I can't have that pops is for like getting complete 100% completion in each section of the map or something, which if I pause the game, it says I have 100% or whatever, but the trophy never popped for it. And I'm like, cool. So I found all the collectibles, cleared out all the areas, did all the challenges, didn't get a trophy for it. Fuck you, game. Now, it's really disappointing because, I mean, hold on. The game was kind of buggy anyway. Like trophy bugs aside, the game was sort of buggy, and that's why in my review I gave it like a 6 or something like that. But I booted up the PS5. They released the next gen version of it, right? A couple weeks ago or whatever. I booted up just to see like if it looked much different or whatever, like if it was running a lot better. It does look slightly better, especially the water is like quite pretty with the. I think it's using ray trace reflections off the water slightly or something like that. So that's nice. Nice water. It still runs like shit. It's still buggy. I'm still afraid that if I try and go for the plat on the PS5 version one day, that the same trophy will fuck me over. And at that stage, I would email Tripwire's boss and be like, excuse me, but I have 2 Maneater save files that are now fucked. Can you like hand this dog a bone? So fuck, yeah, that game. 1 trophy glitched out. Fuck you. The winner for the 1 trophy that ruined the plat, Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, has to be. I feel like that was the one that tore the trophy world apart this year. Yeah. That everyone collectively on forums for trophy people collectively got together and said, fuck you to Mediatonic and Devolver Digital over that one. And that's the one that still people are most angry about. So, like some of these are glitchy, some of these are whatever. But Fall Guys is a game that I feel like if it wasn't for that trophy, or even if it was a lower number, people would have been like, all right. Like if it was like win twice in a row, people would have been like, hard for some people that struggle to get wins, yeah. Sure. But you know what? 2, maybe acceptable. 3?
That's pushing
That's pushing
like,
it.
That's cruel,
Yes.
but attainable.
Yeah.
You would think.
The second it gets to 4 or 5, no. You've shot us there. You've done it. Right. So we're on the
I agree.
Yes.
I agree, as I did several weeks ago when we came out with these awards.
You probably would have had the platinum for this, or been close, surely.
I would have, yeah. Yeah. Because I'd still be playing, probably. Trying to get that platinum, because it would have been attainable.
It would have been attainable, exactly. You would have, yeah, exactly. So, someone like you who cares so much about trophies that you only pick the games you love the most to chase those platinums, because you care so much about trophies, that would have been, would have said a lot. The final award for the Platinum Explosion Awards, as voted by us a month ago, great trophy list. So this is lists that were just well put together trophy lists that made sense for their given game. You know, it doesn't mean they were easy, even though some of them were easy. It doesn't mean they were hard on purpose, because some of them are hard. It just means that the trophy list made sense for the game, and it's a fun platinum to get given that game. Nominees are The Last of Us Part 2, which made up for The Last of Us Part 1's kind of shitty trophy list, where you could basically play through the entire game and get like one trophy, and that would be it. Last of Us Part 2, of course, doesn't have the multiplayer, which helps. But it also was nice that small detail a lot of people miss by Naughty Dog, they kept the grounded difficulty to an update later, so it was attached as a DLC trophy and not actually part of the main trophy list. So with the main trophy list, beat the game, find all the collectibles. That's basically it. Beat the game, get all the collectibles. Basically, that's your trophy list. Great. That's the way the trophy list should be. None of this bullshit about. Also, it's got nice level collect. You've got all the accessibility features that can make it super easy to track down the collectibles if you want to do it. I haven't got the platinum yet, not because it's hard, but because I beat the game and I was like so hurt and upset, and not that I hate the game, but like I was just so emotionally distraught that I'm like, I can't go back into that game to get the platinum, but I would like to at some stage, and I appreciate its trophy list and knowing that it's there waiting for me. Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. This is a platinum I'm not going to get because it's a really fucking hard platinum, but I think it's a great list for the game, given the game. Like, this is one of those ones where I'm fine not being able to get it because it fits the game. You have to basically do what you would have had to do if you was playing this back on your PS1 in the day. You know, it fits for the game. It's find all the gems. It's beat all the levels time trials. It's beat the extra level time trial. Like, it's everything that if you was a kid playing the original Crash games and you was talking about 109, 111, whatever these games go to now, they go past 100% because reasons. It's all that stuff that you would have had to do. Trophies. Makes perfect sense. Great list for that game. Bug Snacks. Easy platinum, but it also makes use of enjoyable. It has enough miscellaneous things thrown in that makes sense for the series, like certain things we're doing with certain Bug Snacks or like whatever else, and then it's more or less just 100% the game. So it's just a fun list for a fun game that's a easy platinum, but an enjoyable easy platinum. Persona 5 Royal compared to Persona 5, the original list, which was you'd need a guide to get because it involves like 2.5 playthroughs or whatever. You have to make sure to get all of I'm mental blanking on her name, the one who like talks and scans all the monsters or whatever. Like in the original list, you had to get her to say all of her lines or whatever. Which is they had that in Persona 4 Golden as well, like for that character equivalent in that game where you had to scan monsters, which basically meant you had to scan all the monsters in the game, including all of the villains, and get them to say all of the variations of lines they would say for scanning stuff. No, fuck that. Persona 5 Royal trophy list there is like a potentially missable thing, but I doubt most people would miss it. But other than that, it's a pretty straightforward platinum that's like, hey, just experiment with some of the game's features. Otherwise, just do all the side missions, beat the game, have a fun time. Here's a platinum. For your 100 and whatever hours it took you to beat the game, here's a platinum. Which is the way it should be for these massive RPGs. They should just be like, yeah, do all the shit, beat the game, have a fun time, here's a platinum. Astro's Playroom, I feel like, is going to be, if we could get some stats, I would say this is the most platinum game by the end of the year. I wouldn't be surprised. Or I wouldn't be surprised. I'll put this out there. I wouldn't be surprised if Astro's Playroom is the highest earned platinum in like a year's time. And I say a year's time because that's when more people are picking up PS5s. And obviously more people are playing the game in a year's time. But I honestly wouldn't be surprised if this is that game that everyone, because it's free and and it's such a fun and enjoyable game, that everyone ends up getting the platinum, even if they never cared to get a platinum before. Because the amount of people that have already done that is high, and I would see that continuing to be high. And it's because the list is a lot of fun. It's literally just old school 3D platformer fun where you're like, hey, get all the collectibles, do some random miscellaneous stuff and levels, have fun. Here you go, you get a platinum. You've got it, I've got it, everyone's got it. Everyone loves getting this platinum. Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales. It's pretty much the same sort of list that you saw of Spider-Man, but this isn't really a trophy thing, this is more a gameplay thing, but they fixed up what made getting the Marvel Spider-Man Platinum tedious. They fixed up in-game the random events, which made getting the original game's Platinum a little bit tedious. It's just swinging back and forth in the city, trying to get these random crimes to appear so you could do enough of them and this sort of stuff. This Platinum was a lot more digestible because of that, and also paired with the activity cards, which if you chose to use, I didn't because I have fun swinging around the city, but whatever floats your boat. But if you chose to use activity cards, you could also just speed up the process by fast traveling to where you need to be for side missions and so on and so forth. But pretty straightforward Platinum. I would be surprised if this is another high one, especially when on the PS5, a lot of people are probably going to get. Demon Souls. Demon Souls is a hard game. So it justifiably makes sense that the list is kind of hard, but it's not any harder than the game already is. It's like, that's what I mean about it. It's fitting and making sense for the game. So there's a trophy for beating every boss. Makes sense. There's a couple trophies associated to collecting all of the different spells, miracles, and weapons in the game. Now, as I've talked about before, that spells and miracles stuff does require you to, if you was to do it quote unquote properly, I think you'd have to play through the game 4 or 5 times. But I like I said, if you realize what you're doing, you can like sort of save up what you need, make a save, buy all of the one, reload save, then buy all of the miracles or spells, whichever one you didn't do. So that does help. It's not really cheating. It's just doing, being smart with your saves or whatever. But in comparison to the original Demon's Souls trophy list, which I looked up to see what that looked like, this list is a lot easier because it doesn't actually involve as many random having to like upgrade every weapon in the game, and that would involve a lot of grinding because there's certain enemies in the game that drop stuff you need to upgrade weapons, and that would have meant you would have had to spend hours grinding to get certain drops from those enemies to get those weapon upgrades, which I did. They had that sort of trophy for upgrading all the weapons in Bloodborne. That was probably my least favorite part of going for the Bloodborne Platinum, of having to upgrade all the weapons, because you're like, I'm not using these weapons, I'm just upgrading them all for the trophy, so it's like kind of just tedious and not really fun. So I did like the Demon Souls list a lot more because it's just like get all the spells and magic instead, and a little more fun. And then the Pathless trophy list. It doesn't really encourage you to do anything that we're already going to do with the game, which is play through the game, collect all of the extra little icon things, whatever they're called, I can't remember, the runes or whatever. And then there's a couple miscellaneous trophies for things like keeping in the air for a certain amount of time, or hitting a certain number of the things in a certain perfect hits on the icons or whatever fuck they're called, I can't remember. But it's fun and easy trophy list. And the winner for the great...
Sorry, Dylan. I was trying to find the envelope with the winner, because obviously we decided this a month ago, but I seem to have misplaced it. I'm really sorry about that. So if you want to pull the results up on your computer, I'll just let people know, the results we decided for this award months ago.
Well, yeah, I think people know when I say it that it makes sense that we picked this one. The Explosion Network's official pick for Platinum Explosion's official pick, as decided by us, pick for the greatest trophy list of 2020 goes to Astro's Playroom. I feel like we both decided, of course.
Yeah.
It
made the most sense.
Yeah. Such a fun trophy list that encourages you to do everything. A great introduction to the PS5, one that I feel like is going to be a lot of people's first platinums.
Great introduction to the card system.
Yes, as well. Yes. So it's like, not only does it feel like a great trophy to earn, it's just a great introduction to the PS5 ecosystem of trophy hunting in a lot of ways. Like, it's a great introduction to how trophy hunting will be different on the PS5, and that whole experience of grabbing that platinum felt so different to other games throughout the year, and it was just a real joy that both of us did actually enjoy.
Yes. I'm glad that we agreed on this
a month ago,
and that all our planning for these awards came together so well.
Thank you.
In this episode.
Yes, I feel like these awards came together very, very well. So thank you for joining us for that segment, the Platinum Explosion Official Trophy Awards 2020. Congratulations to all your winners: Apex Legends, Autumn's Journey, Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, and of course Astro's Playroom. Thank you all very much. I hope you look forward to the Platinum Explosion Official Trophy Awards next year, where we will certainly step the game up, and
that we will definitely
step
as a
team we'll step things up and offer you an even better event to the one that you just witnessed right here, right now on this podcast. Hope you enjoyed it. But that's not the end of the show. I've got a couple news pieces to run over.
Oh, okay, cool.
I could not end the year without talking about a couple of things that brought up that grabbed my attention. So firstly, PlayStation Lifestyle writes, new PS5 prompt. Make sure you're playing the correct version of the game. In a sly little behind the scenes update, Sony has changed to resolve one of PS5's most frustrating issues. A new prompt will pop up if you mistakenly try to play the PS4 version of a game that has a PS5 upgrade available. The prompt will clearly let you know that you're about to play the PS4 version of the game and ask if you want to switch to play the PS5 version instead. Thank fucking God. The amount of trouble I've had with my time with the PS5 with this goddamn playing the wrong version of the game, be it the Call of Duty hassle, be it the random other things I've accidentally opened, and I've been like I remember, I don't even remember if I said on podcast, I played half an hour of the Pathless and was like,
doesn't look impressive.
This doesn't look that great. This seems weird. This doesn't seem right. And then as I was thinking that, processing that all in my head, I think, like the other side of my consciousness went, it couldn't have. And then it had. Yeah, it had.
You had installed or you played?
I installed both somehow, and it booted up the PS4 version. So I was sick of this. I'm glad to see this is a fix that's coming through, because I know a problem people have been having is people who had started Assassin's Creed Valhalla. That's been another one that's been plaguing people for a while, like, because obviously they had a free upgrade. Watch Dogs the same. Any of these games that have had free updates for upgrades for people who have PS5, PS4 versions, they've been having some trouble with that. So thank God they finally fixed this in a way that makes sense. I don't know why this wasn't implemented
earlier
at the start. It would have made perfect sense. So thank God for that. Next piece of news, Kenna Bridge of Spirits has a variety of DualSense haptic feedback features, DLC Spirits Teased. So I thought it was a good news story kind of in the last episode of the year, because we haven't heard about Kenna for a while, so it's still kicking around. Thank God we can look forward to that next year to be excited about on PS5s. PlayStation Lifestyle writes, with the DualSense controller having haptic feedback and adaptive triggers, most PlayStation 5 games are making use of new features. Kenna Bridge of Spirits is no exception. According to the official PlayStation Magazine UK, these features will have a variety of application across Kenna's abilities, equipment, and combat encounters. Mike Greer, one of those. One of the game's two co-creators detailed how both the haptic feedback and adaptive triggers will be used for weapons like the bow, saying, quote, "We use haptics on all of Kenna's abilities and the shield, and at the moment we use the adaptive triggers while using the bow. You have a little bit of resistance on the right trigger and tightens as you full draw. When you do have the string fully drawn, the bow has more power and more accuracy, and you'll feel that tension in the trigger as you pull back. There are some fun mini games too. These train you on how to use the bow. One of the other PlayStation 5 features the game will be utilizing is rapid load times. Ember Lab has demonstrated the game will take about 2 seconds to load from the console to the dashboard. The console's extra power will also allow for more detailed environments. They can render hundreds of NPC creatures. They also create more realistic combat. There was also, I don't have it here because I do want to read through both stories, but there was also a story about Volcano High, which we haven't heard about for a while, and how they were talking about that game using the use of the haptic features and these sorts of things as well. So just a reminder, Volcano High, got certainly a lot of great things to look forward to on your PS5 next year, making use of all of the PlayStation 5's DualSense features. And the last news story, which I'm going to pose a question for at the end of. PlayStation Lifestyle writes, Sony has 10 movies and TV shows based on PlayStation IPs in production. Sony Pictures Chairman and Chief Executive Officer Tony Vinciquerra has revealed that the company currently has 10 movies and television shows based on PlayStation IPs in production. Speaking to CNBC via Media Post, Vinciquerra revealed that 3 of the projects are movies and the remaining 7 are TV shows. Some of the projects have already been revealed, including the Uncharted movie and the Last of Us HBO series. The rest of them are still under wraps. According to Mr. V, these projects are part of the One Sony program, which aims to integrate Sony's various divisions. He added that Sony doesn't plan to release its productions on streaming platforms and theaters simultaneously, a la Warner Brothers, who announced that all 17 of its movies scheduled for 2021 will be released simultaneously in theaters and on streaming platforms, saying, quote, "We have no specific plan yet, but we have a program within the company called One Sony. You'll be seeing a lot more of integration of Sony companies together. We're not really changing course to any degree. I don't think we'll be in the day and date business." Vinciquerra, Mr. V, believes that a 30-day window makes sense for Sony. It will allow us to monetize our marketing between theatrical and home entertainment, he added. So when I got a few questions for this because when he says, do you actually believe, or is this someone misquoting? Do you believe that Sony actually has 10 things based on Sony IP currently in production? And for people who don't realize why I'm bolding that, in production would mean like they're at least filming or some degree, like it's happening. Like it's not, we're not fucking around here.
Yes, I'm going to say no. That's probably a misquote.
Yeah.
I would say it's probably 10 in development.
Yes, that would make more sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So obviously we know Last of Us, Uncharted, and then they've probably got 8 other things that they're currently in development on to different degrees.
Yes, because we know they've talked about this before. This whole the Sony TV brand thing or whatever they like a year ago they began talking about this. But to be like that's why I thought it was a complete misquote. To be like we have 10 things in production, I was like whoa. I highly fucking doubt that. Like, no offense. And also, I'd be like, whoa. When did The Last of Us actually start production? Like, did I miss the memo there? Like, if it is, it's very secretive happening because we still don't know anyone cast in that, you know? So, as far as I was concerned, The Last of Us HBO series was in pre-production. Uncharted movie is in post-production. And other than that, question marks?
There's the Twisted Metal series, which I think we've discussed before. And trying to see if there's...
I think that was the only one they announced on that day when they announced this whole production thing. And I was like, we're doing Twisted Metal. But other than that, I don't know.
Yeah.
So could you?
Nothing else that I can see is PlayStation.
So then there's like 7 question marks. What do you think any of those 7 question marks would even be?
Sly. I feel like that one would have been in the works for a long time, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're doing something with that property. Ratchet and Clank would be another obvious one to do something with. And then from there, I don't know. Probably some weird stuff.
Yeah. Do you reckon they would actually do Medieval? Fuck! Don't get me so excited. Do you reckon they would actually do anything God of War?
Maybe. I don't think anything like current, but maybe the early Greek days.
Yeah,
do something.
Because it just makes me wonder if they're just gonna do test the water of a couple big things like Uncharted, Last of Us, but then everything else is sort of B series stuff.
They're gonna do like a Astrobot like miniseries or like shorts or something. I'd get down with that.
I mean, I would be too. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I'm 100% down for this. But
bring back Jack and Daxter, like animated series.
Now, my one question I'm just going to ask on air, even though it's really a behind air question, but should we not at this stage change the Uncharted movie update segment next year to the Sony Productions update segment?
I mean, we could do that, but I think we need to keep the Uncharted segment.
For when we're talking about Uncharted? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Because I was like, at some stage here, we're going to begin talking about too many...
I mean, yeah. So it's only specific for Uncharted and future Uncharted movies that we do that segment.
Okay.
But everything else would be the Sony
Productions update segment or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at some stage we're going to be talking about Uncharted, Last of Us, and they'll begin talking about these other things. Like if they got 10 things in some form of production, there'll be lots of things to talk about over the next year. Unless they're not talking out their ass, which I don't know. Find out anyway. And that'll do it for 2020 on Platinum Explosion. Hope you've enjoyed listening to us get excited for the PS5 this year. Hope you enjoyed the official Platinum Explosion Trophy Awards. Hope you enjoyed the episodes of the podcast. Thank you all for listening. We appreciate it.
Thank you for watching, those who watch it.
Thank you for watching. Even that one guy who, whatever your name is, shout outs to you who, we know you watch.
We know you love us.
We know you love us. Thank you for everyone watching, listening. Looking forward to doing more next year, of course. And until 2021, don't forget, every trophy counts. Boy.